Mathare is my home. This is where I've been born and raised. My mom gave birth to me down here. Me and my brothers and sisters, we are a total of 7 of us in total. I am the firstborn in the family. So then this is my usual corridor where I used to get in and get out as I go to do my usual stuff. And when I was also growing up, this is my home. So this is it. This is the house I'm talking about. Born and raised up here. But currently somebody else lives here. As you can see, there's a family in here. Before I used to pay this house at around 500 shillings. I am proud being here, being back here. I am proud of seeing the little babies growing up. Mathare has a total population of an estimation of 1.2 million. That's quite huge. 60% of the Nairobian only stay in slum. So the 40% of people, the rich people, stay in the 95% of the coverage of Nairobi. Yeah. Now that tells you the danger. If so many people staying together like that, then you expect one, poor sanitation, you expect one, diseases, infections, you expect cases of abuse, you expect lawlessness, you expect immorality because people want to survive. Out of the so many sufferings people are going through, the HIV rate down here is quite high in Mathare. The percentages are so high. The cases of abuse, child abuse is just huge here, huge. Statistics say 50% of children in slums, Mathare particularly, are sexually or physically being abused. Having grown here, suffered here, and I've gone through a lot of challenges down here, I feel it's time for me to come back and just be able to give a helping hand. No matter how small that will be, but I think that will touch me and that will touch so many hearts out here.
The biggest problem, one of them is the security, because there's a lot of challenges on security level. There's no also drainage goods, drainage system. The flow of drainage is poor. We also have no ablution blocks. And also the children have a problem with the feeding programs because most of the people who live in Mathare are laborers, and laborers don't get enough money to enable them cater for the feeding needs for their families. So you realize that a child comes to school, has nothing to eat, so runs out of the school, goes to the street to start looking for the garbages so that he's able to get something small to eat.
Wanafanyanga vizuri kusalimia. Sisi tuko tu. Ilikuwa Kisumu.
You try compare good life you see here and comparing your life which is a struggle.
I think the life is unfair. The most Kenya is dealing with the corruption. Because when you want to do something, ultimately, if you don't have money, you cannot do.
I went to supermarket in the morning and they told me that sugar is 70. Didn't believe it. So that's
How much was it before?
50.
Right now it's
Now
70.
it's 70.
Okay. So how is the rise of sugar, the rise of maize, the rise of unga, flour, how is that affecting your life down here?
Because as slums, we can't afford those things, and those are making us to be down.
Do you think that your parents will spend much more money buying those things and probably not get enough money to get you to school? Because every amount of money is going to unga, is going to sugar, is going to cooking flour. Is that your fear that if the prices keep going up, then you may not end up going to a better school?
I think so.
You think so?
Raila tibim, Agwambo tibim, Tinga tibim, Nuno tialala, Nuno tialala.
As a child, I couldn't tell that I was going through abuse. Things were normal. It's the same thing that is happening to most of the children down here. They are not able to tell that they are being abused. No. Today, having grown up, gone through education system, I can be able to tell that I went through a lot of abuse. I went both through physical abuse and also sexual harassment, not just from women, but I also went through sexual harassment from men. It's not easy for a child like the one you see here deciding that they want to go to school. Most of the children, don't like school as much because the school here is about punishment. It's about caning, it's about beating. So sometimes children don't like going to school here because of the frustration. My mom and my dad never went to school. So because they never went to school, they never saw a need to take children to school. My dad took a lot of alcohol and took a lot of marijuana, a lot. My mom, along the process, because of frustrations, she also got into alcohol. That's another problem that also influenced a lot the lack of support and the lack of love from my parents. When I was growing up and I was pushing my dad that I want to go to secondary school, my dad told me, so long as you can be able to read, this is kiosk, this is hotel, and this is a school, full stop. You don't need to go to school beyond that. My brothers and sisters followed almost the same footstep with my mom and dad. My brother got into taking drugs and even at some point went to the street and became a thug. I have a sister who went to the street and became a sex worker at some point, and I had to go and get her out of sex work. So today I have brothers and sisters who I will not say they're doing so well, but at least they've been able to listen to me, and I've seen a good number of them now becoming very responsible. So then my brother will take you to Mama's place.
Check my fight. How do you do?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yes, so Tiana, this is my mom. Sawa sawa. My brother is just behind me. I'm the first one. Then her behind her. It's your sister.
Yeah.
That's my sister. I tried offering a lot, even before I became an adult. I always tried doing something for my mom and my dad. Recently, when I came from the previous work, I was able, from the little savings, I was able to get my mom do business, vegetable selling along the road, and she gets some little money from there, and that helps us support the family. So I am also proud of that. I did that.
Mama, tuende kapigwe.
Kama mnasaidia kijana mjue wako na familia mingi sana.
You can translate?
Yes, I can translate.
What she told me?
Yes, he was telling me that if you help my brother, you are helping all of us.
Hey, c'est d'accord, je me crois. Beh.
He's saying that he's really
Moi, c'est toi qui as dit.
Did you manage to forgive your parents?
I forgave them, but I have not forgotten. But I have forgave, yes. My story is a mystery. Sometimes I don't know how that happened. So I followed up a neighbor's child going to school from the uptown. I'll call it the uptown because they're the better estate. And the teachers never chased me home. I went without school uniform. And I loved. And the teacher accepted me. This teacher was a woman. She bought me a bag. And just to tell you this, everyone I grew up with today, I can only count 3 people, most probably surviving today. Because they were stealing, they were mugging, they were robbing people all over. They had guns at a very young age. They're full of guns down here. And that's the life down here in the street, in Mathare particularly. And a lot of alcohol, the illicit brew, the one, the changan, all that. I stayed in the street, on the street for approximately 8 years, but still I had this passion in me. My inner drive has always been telling me, you can still make it. Then I went to class 1. That's where my head teacher adopted me and supported me through.
When I was actually his teacher, he was very amicable, very cooperative and consistent. What I know is that actually his parents were struggling as far as payment of school fees was concerned. And due to those particular reasons, actually, he was not in a position to pursue
Yes.
So that is why
That was
most
so
of the times
tough,
when
man.
I'm dealing with persons who went to school properly.
I know you lost
we
my
have
friends.
to-
You lost my friends, man. That was tough English. Superlative.
Thank you so much.
Quagmire.
It's good that you did the right thing at the right place and
Yes.
at the right time.
Asante sana.
Yeah, thank
Thanks
you
a
so
lot.
much.
And thank you. Thank
Be
you, Mwalimu.
blessed.
Thank you, Mwalimu.
At all
Asante.
times.
Bless you.
Yeah.
Bless you.
So what I did is that actually I saw him to be somebody who can be very important in future.
But I still had nowhere to stay, nowhere to sleep, and nowhere to eat. But I still thank God that through the feeding program for the street children, I joined this feeding program for the church, and I'll eat with them, I'll survive with them, and we became a team. So the priest supported me all through to Form 4, and I finished. And he died through road accident. When the priest died, I really felt the sadness. It was really so sad for me. For me, life was coming to an end again. By that time, I was 18, 19 years old. So I went to schools, and I'll request schools to allow me just talk to children about issues of life and life skills generally. And I was allowed, and through that I formed a club. And this club called them Kids Club.
Do you believe in God?
I do believe in God. Like my journey of life, I am a Catholic. I have been raised by a Catholic priest and also served in the church as an altar boy. And I believe that out of all the challenges that I have undergone through in life, it's God who's really pushed me to where I am today. It's not really because of me, but I think it's because of God. So I believe in God because for me He's everything. But you also have to work hard. Don't wait for God to do things. You have to work hard, challenge yourself, and ask God to give you more grace, give you more wisdom, and give you more power to be able to do things that you want to do. Tuko pamoja kesho. Mambo baba. Piti. Naje baba. Na kama uko down tu. Wapi? Watoi wangu unanipatia kesho.
Steve is my friend, not from today, but even when we were growing up, and I was a bit older than him. So we started doing our things together because he had the passion, and because I was a teacher, he used to come to our schools, support the children who are there within the program that he has. So our relationship has been growing very strong all through. The best quality of Steve is somebody of initiatives, and his initiatives are positive initiatives that leads to positive change.
I knew Stephen when I was in class 4. He had a project which was called Kids Club. That's where I knew him. When I was class 4, I was single parented. That's why he just taught at his club. That's why he began to pay for us school fees from class 4 until class 8. From there, I began my training of dressmaking. Now I am a dressmaker. Yeah. In class 5, I was 10 years. From there, he used to come to our house to see the way we are living. We just continued from there, being friendship from there, and more pupils from there.
Actually, is a person who has been dealing with rehabilitation of the children within the area, and actually, mostly in academics, because he has mentioned to assist most of the juveniles around.
And then after that, somebody just came from the same schools and requested to introduce a program. So when they contacted me, we had a discussion, and they realized I had not gone to college, so they took me to college. I got a well-wisher who paid for my college. Good brother to see you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine.
It's been long.
Yeah, it's been long.
You're doing good? The intention is to continue doing peaceful for children, but quality aspect.
Yeah.
Just trying to bring you the gap.
Yeah, just the three like the baby class.
I met Steve. He was fresh from school. He found when we were doing community work and we needed more volunteers.
Thank you.
Steve came, even though it was a little bit hard for him to cope up, but he later coped up. He joined an organization called RCC, Rotary Community Corps, which helped identify the needs of the people in the community. Steve was very instrumental. He led the organization and sometimes as the representative. And he was good, he was focused, and he helped do several projects. There's one of the girls he brought to me here and is now in the university. That's one of the good success stories which he has done. And also in the general output, like working against exploitation, working against early sex, working against early marriage, working against child labor. So those are the areas where Steve is highly involved in the children.
I met Steve like the year 2003. He was a community health worker, volunteer. He used to do so many work in the community, like referrals, and he was also a HIV and testing counselor. And he was working here, most of the work in the community, referring overseas, mothers, prevention of mother-to-child transmission, all that we did together with him. He's been of great help to us. What I like about him, he's a person who can go an extra mile. Even when he's really, really tired, he can go out of his way and do some good work. And also, even under pressure, he could work hard. And also, the way he was so close to the other people, he used to work with them in harmony, which is very good.
After having worked with the most at-risk populations in the prevention program, I felt had worked with that program for 2 years, and I think it was heavy, quite heavy for me. I prayed to God and I requested for another job. But because I was going to work with the children and the passion I've always had with the children, that made me go to Rafiki. So then I joined Rafiki in the year 2012, January. It was challenging to me because that was a village setup. I'd never worked in the village. I'd never stepped my feet on the village. Niente complain hivi. Sasa techko ngeno goal complain ngeni mano ko wa create sibu. Next time keno ke luore modoke kayo kendo. Lucy baby prepared here we go. Here we go. It's very wait. I have worked with the organization now for 5 years. Asante sana. I have seen the organization grow, really grow. I would say from nothing so much to a lot of impact in the community.
Steve, yes. Is it tight enough?
Let me find out. We have grown as individuals, have achieved a lot in terms of experience. There's just rich experience down there. Today I feel so proud that I am back again down here in Mathare. I would say the poverty here, you can't compare with the village down there. The poverty down here, it's worse. Because here poverty is combined with so many things. Poverty is just not lack of food here. Poverty here is also lack of so many other things. Lack of fresh air, lack of proper sanitation. Poverty here is lack of food itself. Poverty here is lack of education. Poverty here is lack of, I mean, it's just the bigger picture. It's just huge. It's quite huge compared to the village. The village, yes, there is poverty of money, there's poverty of lack of money, there's poverty of lack of food, but there are other things that the nature is providing for them. Here, the nature is not providing anything because we have destroyed the nature itself.
Walking down this road for about 35 years now, and I can tell you it's been one hell of a ride.
Why did you choose to live here?
I chose to live here, the uptown. I'll call it the uptown because they're the better estate. Sometimes you have to get out of that problem and push yourself to challenge yourself to another world so that you're able to see whether you're able to grow as a person, both professionally and personally. So the reason for me staying here is one, the best for my child, education-wise, and for myself.
African girl, well, I know where I'm coming from, and I know who I want to be.
You have studied a lot, long time. You could earn more money.
I would have gotten much better job if I want. I feel there's much more satisfaction in not just working and getting a good job, but also trying achieving a dream and a vision that I've always had for quite long. And this vision is to be able to make a difference, slightly different, in the lives of children, and especially the girl child. So I'll want to go out there and not just to make money, but be able to touch the lives of children, put a smile in their faces, ensure where there is no hope, I put some little hope, ensure where there seems to be no direction, slightly put some direction for children. So yes, I am doing quite a number of programs currently. I do a lot of counseling in the community. Children who are sexually abused, traumatized children, I do counseling to them. I refer the cases that need treatment to the nearby health facility. But of importance is to run a tangible project that will enhance survival of young girls from childhood to adulthood so that they're able to learn, to lead, and thrive as young people. You support a woman, you are sure the whole village is supported.
Mkuja mlete lunch. Ati sinunue nguo. Amununue nguo. Sinunue nguo pia.
So, so within the Great Child Program, what I do with children is to discuss a little bit of issues of life, but importantly trying encouraging your inner strength. As children, you have a lot of strength. Cindy? Yes. I want to hear people respond. You have a lot of strength?
Yes.
Yes, so having a lot of strength, the program I do is on building your self-esteem, building your confidence, building your speaking skill. You gain a lot of confidence so that when you grow up, you keep growing up, you're able to set clear goals in life and follow them. Sawa. Yes, my dear. Aliyepa nazo? Yeah. Kwa nini?
Alikula suti yote.
Aya, sawa. Kesho? Kesho ni Saturday. Kesho ni Saturday. Tutane hapo chini, sawa? Mwambie wote wakuje. Hapo down, sawa? Tutakuwa na zingine. Sasa tutapeleka huko juu. Uko juu anatoroka nayo. This is a preschool under construction. Nursery, pre-unit, baby class, and daycare. It's going to run from 5 days a week, Monday to Friday. Of course, you can see it's an iron sheet house, and the intention is to be able to provide children who are under the age of 5 years with basic but quality education at the early childhood education level.
In front of you is Happy Stars Academy, ready to present to you a poem entitled My Fellow Christians. Welcome. My fellow Christians, I've seen wonders in reality, food, education, and clothing. Since I was brought in this world, my father is a drunkard. My mother is another one. They keep on drinking and drinking until they last it. If they get changa, welcome. Local brew, welcome. And why not at the expensive beer as well? Let us midnight. Father comes home, growing like an angry lion. No. Who can bear this man? At any moment, we sleep on our bed until morning. In the morning, we take a cup of cold water and run to school. Our hair is so shaggy and protein is stomach. At school, the teachers like an angry lion. We are told to go back home and get our parents. But where are our parents? They usually leave home early in the morning before the sun rises. Mom, how soon have you forgotten the child's pain? Dad, why have you abandoned us like orphans? My fellow Christians, I have realized that the devil has been a certainty into our home, a suddenly. Lord, have mercy.
Makofi na nduru twende. My role will be to focus on preschool only, give them the best. Because if you give your child a foundation, they'll be able to do well in life. If they don't get that foundation, we still have children in the street here walking with guns. We still have girls in the street here prostituting. We still have men and women on the street here who are giving birth to children but not taking responsibility for these children. We want to nurture this responsibility from the childhood. And therefore, these children will grow up as young women that can be able to lead, can have a capacity to learn, and of importance, they are able to thrive in life. That's what I would want to see in that center. But it will be a center that is friendly to children, that children can come and just play with toys. We don't have toys around, so toys is another thing that children will love to, toys can be very therapeutic. So that's an opportunity that also I will want to give children. They have a lot of talent. These guys have a lot of talent. In this village, in 2004, I was the first graduate. No one used to go to school down here. After that, everybody was like, so then people can go to school here. So I think for me, this would be an opportunity. Just come back in the same community with a bang and say, in a very humble heart, can we work together to make lives of these young people much better than it is today? It's possible if we start with the little generation. I bought for this house, but my mom-in-law also contributed to part of it. But I paid the houses from the savings I got from my previous work that I did. I worked. The savings are the ones I used to buy the piece and to be able to construct what you can see now. The difficulties that I am foreseeing, number one, I need qualified teacher. So payment might be a little bit challenging because teachers who are qualified need good amount of money. Number two, I foresee the school here should be able to provide them an opportunity to get something that can hold them for a day. In most cases, what they take here is what they stay with the whole day because at home they don't get food. So I foresee a challenge of food for them here. If there's no food at school here, I might not be able to retain most of them. And also the society itself, Mathare as a community is another big problem because no one sees the importance of going to school. And that's why we also want to use the school, not just to teach children, but also to teach life skills. Apart from that, have mentorships with parents every quarter. Every time school closes, they also come here. They also need to study. They learn what their children were learning in school, so that when children go back home, they are able to help. So this Happy Star Academy is also going to offer an opportunity for parents to study here for free. Then this is part of Nairobi River.
But the main challenge which I think that Steve will get in implementing his project is the harsh conditions and also competition from other forces. People have been benefiting from the exploitation of children. So young children are used for sex, young children are used to transport drugs, young children are used to go and work to come and supplement in the houses. So I think these are the kind of people with the threats which Steve is going to face, because if I'm benefiting from the business of exploiting children, Steve will be my enemy.
need a lot more of this. You know, this is like now a junior person saying hi to a president. He's the president of this area. Okay, thanks a lot. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Uko na kiangu? Tokea Johnny. Sawa. Nitakuwapa saa 2 sana.
Sawa.
Kiangu. Okay. I feel safe. I have been born here, raised here, went to school here. I understand all the dynamics of this place, so I am very safe. This is home. Some of these children are being used to traffic drugs. Some of these children are being used to make local alcohol. And I know when I take them from the community to have them in school here, that might interfere with people who are already engaged in this kind of business. But again, change is a process. It comes with time. I'm doing this for a good cause, and I have a lot of backup from the community. The larger community supports me. Yes, so we will step on toes of few people here and there, but I think it's okay to step on toes so long as we're able to save that life. Down, down, Satan. Bado, down, down, Satan.
Up, Jesus.
Up, Jesus.
Down, down, Satan.
We are doing what the government is supposed to be doing by ensuring that the children have something to eat. They are ensuring that children have education. They are ensuring that the children have security. The government has done very little because they believe that Mathare people are not people. They just want people to remain as poor as they are.
Mathare mostly garbage collection and sanitation and those other things. They have been left for the NGOs. They have been left for the youth groups. They have been left for the CBOs, community-based organization. But you see, still they don't have enough resources. But you see, garbage is a daily thing. It is a recurring cost. Today you go and pick it, somebody will come again and throw it. So if there's no proper that will of the city council to come and pick the garbage, it becomes a problem. So that's where a big challenge for the government. They need to come in. You see, the politicians, they need to go and advocate for us and say that Mathare, also people stay there, they're children, they're women. You see, they need to come because at the end of the day, it affects people. There's diarrhea, like now there's no water. Chances of a cholera outbreak are very high.
Mbona unaleta huko wageni na unawaficha tu huko chini? Si mngeingia hapo. Tano. Tawaleta kesho. Sawa sawa. Sawa.
I don't like talking about politicians and politics because they have contributed to the problem the young people are going through today and the problems the country is generally going through today. Politicians have used poor people as a tool to make money. They have used poor people as a voice for them to be able to steal money from the government. They've also used poor people to defend them when they do something wrong.
Mathare is a very good place which is rich of talent, rich of academic brains, rich of all kinds of things. We only need resources and doors to open for us. We can produce great, great people.
I feel so proud seeing young children growing up, but I also tell myself that I have a responsibility. And my responsibility is one, to try and make a difference, to try and touch a heart, to try and make a smile, put a smile in the faces of these young people who desperately need that little hope that doesn't seem to be there. That will be my task.
Steve is my role model. He has motivated me till now. He has accompanied me since I was young, and he has really helped me. I would like to be a special person in future, maybe a doctor. I would like to help people.
Yes, we have hope in Mathare, because if we can have people like Steve in Mathare and join hands together, then we see Mathare to be a transformed area.
Situations come and go. Whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Another day, another goal. Another day to be a mighty warrior. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil. I walk through the valley of the shadow of death.
I really support him so much. He's a hardworking guy. Hardworking.
I've been through the jungle. Yeah, I've been through the fire, I've been through the storm, but I'm still here. Every day's a brand new chance to grow. Always looking forward to tomorrow. Yeah. Doesn't matter if I rise and fall. I know there's a mighty God behind me. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil. I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I'll be alright, yeah. I'm still here. I've been
I am the director of the Habitat Academy. Currently where we are situated in the slum, deep down in the slum, next to the river. And it is our intention that we expand bigger and better to a much safer environment. Where the school is currently, there is a lot of flooding, and children sometimes spend like a week or so without having to go to school when the place has flooding. Now, we have embarked on doing this new construction just to ensure that we pull children from the flooding site to this new site. So this new structure that is currently ongoing in terms of construction is an investment that I'm putting in for the future of these children, but I'm also proud and happy to say it is my contribution and my saving that has made this reality come into function, like what we are seeing right now. Mama ke? So get to food up. Hey, and let's see.
The rhino should be cleaned after passing dash.
It would be rice on the Java. Sahi, that was the most expensive thing in Java.
They were becoming overstretched at that time. So talk to Mama. This new building that we are setting up here is also much central to a number of children. This place one is access to the road compared to the other place. We've had technical expertise and experiences put in here, people with background experience in construction, so it is really safe for the children. So being in the slum, there are quite a number of challenges, and one of the challenges is acquiring the legal documentation from the government. So this construction is currently well done. We have oral approval by the local ministries. So I am very confident that this building is gonna serve this generation so many years to come. Our education is free. At least we offer 2 meals in a day, again for free. And this is the reason why most of them are happy to come to our schools. We have become more inclusive we expand more, we provide more space for our young people within Mathare so that they're able to find a place where they can call home.
Captain number 6. Shake your collar. Shake your collar. Shake your collar. You are there. Where we live. Number 10.
By December, we've done all the finishing and everything this year so that children can be able to access it and use it. I did not want to rely so much on donor funding on the same, but I was happy to be able to put in my own effort, my own money into raising to this level. I am happy now to start inviting friends to come in and walk with us this journey and be able to support us now complete the school. We will target approximately 600 children in this school, and we are happy to work with all of us, all our friends joining us and make this vision a reality.
I believe there is a future here for me.
We have more girls in the school today because we believe that the women of this society have played a very critical role in ensuring that we are the people we are today.
At home with me, I have a very big goal.
I was raised and brought up by a grandmother, and I know how critical, important roles she played in my life to ensure I am who I am today.
I'm meant to fly, so dream and touch the sky. Oh, wings. I'm meant to fly, so dream and touch the sky. Pamoja tujenge, tuinuane. Pamoja tujenge, tuinuane. Pamoja tujenge, tuinuane.
While my vision for now and working with so many young people to change the Mathare we are in today to be a better place, it's also my prayer that these young people with education, they'll be able to open up their thinking and their minds and have an exposure that will allow them to come back and help us in changing the society and making it better than it is right now. Do you believe in yourself? Yeah! You are believing in yourself? Very much, because every one of you here can be the president of this country. You can be the Obama of this world. You can be the prime minister of this world. You can be the greatest teachers of this world. You can be the best doctors of this world. You can be the best footballers of this world. Only you believe in yourself. Believing in Nelson Mandela said that education is the best weapon with which you can use to change the world. And I totally believe in that.
Helping each other with